Welcome. Just Antoine here, and we we are on. We're talking today about Adruilux Ecosystem, and we're excited to be able to share this information with you and how that we can change the world. We can turn the world upside down, and so I'm just excited to be here. Excited to share this information. Excited to help you on board with us because there's a lot of work to do if we're going to really change the world as we know it and change the conditions that we live in. We have to be active participants in the change. And so Adruilux is a system, ecosystem that we are creating to help people get on the road to freedom and then the freedom to love. Okay. And so getting people access to information that will aid them and assist them in going to the next level of living. And so we are extremely excited about it. We are extremely passionate about it. We know that God has his hand in it. And so we're going to share with you opportunities for you to be able to participate in this grand occasion and undertaking that we have been commissioned to take. And so we are definitely thanking God for all that he has done, all that he is doing. And we really appreciate his choice, right, of us. And there's others that he's choosing and he's bringing on to our platform. And so we're excited about it. Uh, I hope um, that people can get on Zoom and see that. So I'm trying out a new technology today, and so I'm hoping that it works. Oh, let me make sure. Here we go. I think I got. Okay. Uh, all right. So yeah, we're excited about it, and so we're gonna go ahead and dive on into it. Adruilux Ecosystem is giving us the freedom to love. We are asking people to join the revolution and help us and assist us in changing the world, empowering people and giving them an opportunity to go to the next level. I don't care if you're a millionaire, you can go to the next level because of the ecosystem that we're creating. We are all advanced and um, and learn some things and put some things in place, not only for our families now, but those families to come, our children's children and things of that nature. And so our great grands and all that. And we'll have an opportunity to leave something that's very valuable that they can build upon and see and reap the benefits from our hard and diligent work. And so that's what we're excited about. That's what we're sharing today. And I'm excited that you're here. My name is Antoine Turner. I go by Just Antoine. And we were asked a question a few years ago. I think it was in 2018. And a young man, he was talking about how can we stop systemic racism? And I basically said, hey, that's a great question. What we would have to do is basically find a system that we can operate on, because as soon as we start making major moves in the economy in our current system, then they will try to shut us down. And so we would have to have a system to work on outside of our current system, so that if they try to come after us, that we would be able to stop. We would be able to continue on our mission, right? And so at that time, I didn't know of another system, but when I saw blockchain technology, I said, this is it. This is the system that we can use to transform lives, to take us to the next level, to get us to experience life in a grander way, right? And change our current system that we live in. And so we are talking about building a place where we can buy our goods and services from, and be a trusted source, be a trusted place where people can get information, can get, like I said, goods and services, and feel comfortable with it, right? We know that bad things happen to good people all the time, but if we have a system that's in place that's um, divinely inspired to help people accelerate their lives and live their best lives, then I think that we can minimize those that will be trying to take advantage of the people. And so the system, we're wanting to put God's spirit upon the system and the spirit of love on the system, so that everybody that's a part of the ecosystem is advancing. You know, those that want to advance can advance and have various opportunities to advance. And so we've been talking about this for almost a week now, and we actually started on last Saturday. And so we want to continue to share the information that we have been placed on our heart. So, like I said, this is just the beginning, and we don't know and not aware of all that we can do on this, right? And so with your talent, with my talent, and with others, we can build something that's worthwhile. And so I'm just laying the foundation and getting us started, but I need people to come aboard and bring their expertise, bring their passions, bring their love, bring their businesses, bring their families onto this ecosystem, and let's grow together. Because the more usage we have, the stronger our ecosystem becomes and the more valuable it becomes. Okay, so just a little bit about myself. I was born and raised in Chicago, on the South Side, and so I'm excited about that and the opportunity to grow up in Chicago, and learned a whole lot, right? And didn't realize how much I didn't know until I got out. But I was able to get out, and I'm just going to give you a little sneak peek on how I got out. I actually had a vision of me smoking and drinking at the age of 30 on the corner that I frequently as a teenager, and so that vision scared me. It scared me into going to college, and so I ended up going to college. I went to Iowa State, got my bachelor's degree in elementary education, and then I taught for 18 years. While teaching, I did get my master's degree from Stephen F. Austin in educational leadership and administration, and did about 3 or 4 years in administration. And so after I left the education field, I went and started my own security company and ran that for 9 years, and had some other businesses along the way. And so I'm just at heart, I'm an entrepreneur, and I have an entrepreneur spirit, and I'm excited to be able to share this platform with you in hopes that you will come and join on with us and catch the vision, right? And run with it, you know. And so I'm a philanthropist. And so I've been doing prison ministry since 1996. I got saved in 1995. And shortly after I got saved, I started prison ministry, and I've been doing it ever since. For most years, it's been on a weekly basis. And so always sharing my faith, always sharing my understanding and knowledge, doing some mentoring and things of that nature to help people to elevate their mindset so they can elevate their life. And so it's just been a great journey. It's been a great journey. And so that's just a little bit about me. I wanted to kind of show you what I've been doing and what I've been up to. And of course, it's much more. But I got a lot of failures, right? A lot of mistakes that I've made, and hope some of them I repeated, right? But I'm in a place right now that I'm learning, I'm growing. I started a personal development journey in 2021, and I started reading books for personal development. And God told me in 2020 that He was going to teach me how to process deeper. And so I didn't know what He was talking about, but I was like, yeah, let's do it, Lord. And when He eventually showed me, it was because He said, I want you to start reading. I want you to expand your knowledge base, right? Your understanding. And when you do that, you'll be able to process my word deeper. You'll be able to process life deeper. And so that's what He's doing. And so I realized that knowledge is not power, right? Like it's always quoted, but it's applied knowledge is powerful, right? And so the things that you learn, you have to apply it to your life to receive the power from it. And so we're glad to be able to help people get there. And so we just thank God for that opportunity. And so now we're going to go to our next slide, and we're going to talk about the technology behind the platform that we're building. It's called blockchain technology. And when Bitcoin came out, it came out on the blockchain. And so we want people to realize that it's not all about the blockchain, but this technology is very sound, and it has a lot of room for growth, and it's been growing, and people have been finding other ways to use it. And so all cryptocurrency is found on a blockchain. If it's a coin, that means it has its own blockchain. If it's a token, that means it's operating on somebody else's blockchain. So the cryptocurrency. And so with our ecosystem, we'll probably start off on somebody else's blockchain, but then eventually move. So we'll start off as a token, our currency as a token, but then move to a coin and have our own blockchain. But we're geared up and having a mindset to join with other blockchains and make each other stronger, right? We are stronger together. If you had an opportunity to visit our website, we ask that you will definitely look into our website and sign up and join as a member. There's no cost to it. If you want to become a part of the team, there's a place where you can become a part of the team. We also have a monthly newspaper. We probably turn it into weekly, but we definitely want you to join a part of that. We're working on an app. And so we're going to have several ways to join and help and get involved in this ecosystem. And so we realize that our current system don't care about us, right? The way the water supply that we're allowed to drink, I don't know if it just takes so much money, but I think that, they capitalize off us being sick, right? And going to the hospital and taking medicine. And so I don't know about you, but I don't feel loved by my society and those that are governing the society. And so I want to do something to change that, right? And we must be the change and not expect the change to come from somewhere else, because it hasn't happened yet, right? And so have we made some advancements as a nation? Yes, we have made some advancements. I'm not taking away from that. But as far as how we are treated as a whole, and the information that we're given and the things that is being allowed for us to consume, it's just ungodly. In my opinion, it's ungodly. It's just like, wow, how could you let us do this and kill ourselves? And sometimes it's a slow process, and sometimes it's fast. So just depending on what you're involved in and things of that nature, and where you live, your zip code, right? And so we got to be the change that what we're expecting. Um, Next, we're going to talk about. I'm going to share with you ways that you can get involved and change the world and leave a legacy. And so this is not just for you, but this is for your children. This is for your children's children. This is for their children. And so we build this platform and this ecosystem together, and we will leave a legacy where our children can take over and continue to use it as they need to, as technology continues to advance, and we become more aware of the genius that lies on the inside of us, and that we can have dominion and be empowered and inspired. And that's what this ecosystem is designed to do. All right, so I believe that this is a revolution. We're upheaving the old way of doing things and bringing a new way of living, a new way of living. And so my pastor always says we can't go as far as our dream, but as far as our team. And so my pastor is Dr. Darius Daniels with Change Church, and I love his inspiration. He says he wants to teach as many people to live, love, and lead like Jesus so that they can change the world. And so I'm definitely a world changer. And I remember my fourth grade teacher, hats off to her, Mrs. Hopper. And she told me one day, we were talking about Martin Luther King, and she said, "You can change the world." And she pointed at me, and I believed her, right? And I remember it to this day. And so she was definitely an inspiration for me. And that's what teachers can do. That's what a power of one person that believes in a person. And I don't know if she might have pointed at every kid in the class, but she pointed at me. I know that. And I received it at that age. And so I thank God for this opportunity to bring it to fruition. So we are in developing our ecosystem. We must consider 7 sectors of society that we're going to do things different, right? And we're going to develop our system so that people can onboard in various ways. We're going to meet people where they are. We're going to help them make better choices so that their quality of life will increase. And so we realize that the definition of insanity is keep doing the same thing but expecting a different result. And so we don't want to expect a different result if we don't do something different, right? So we want to be about the change. And so we realize that thoughts produce feelings, and feelings produce actions, and actions produce results. So if we don't like our results, we got to watch how we are thinking, watch how we're feeling, watch how we are acting. And then if we change those things, we can see different results. Okay. But we got to be aware of how we're thinking, how we're feeling, and how we're acting. We got to be aware of it. And that's what this ecosystem wants to do, is help bring awareness to who you are, and what you have capacity to be. And then give you tools to get there. All right. So all can benefit from this revolution. So here are the 7 sectors. The first day we started off, we gave an overview last Saturday of all the 7 sectors and what Adruilux is all about. And every day we've been doing a overview and a review um, of what the whole system is about, and particularly taking a particular topic and highlighting that a little bit more. Okay, and so today we're talking. Well, Monday we talked about media. Tuesday we talked about government. 3 we talked about education, and today we're talking about. Well, after education, we talked about economy yesterday, and today we're talking about family. And so we're going to focus on the family today. And tomorrow we'll be talking about celebration, which includes arts and entertainment. And then Monday, again, we're going to come back and we're going to close it out with religion. And so we're going to talk about how to best use and the approach that we're going to take in our ecosystem regarding religion. And so those are the 7 sectors. So I'm going to do a quick overview of the first 4 that we talked about, and then I'm going to focus on family for a little while, and then we're going to talk a little bit about celebration and religion, and then show you how that you can join this revolution and this ecosystem, and then we're going to let you go. And so please feel free to go on our website and join and link up. We have some things that you can do. And so we'll talk a little bit more about those, pardon me, as we progress. So with the media, we want to control the narrative, right? So we want to make sure that we're not lied to and hoodwinked and you know how they throw a rock, somebody throw a rock and hit you and put their hands behind the back like they didn't do nothing. Well, I feel like that's been happening a lot, right? And so I'm just tired of the propaganda. I'm tired of the foolishness that is being played out before our eyes and the lies that's being told. So I want to do something about it, and this is a way that we can all take part of doing something about it. All right, so we're going to have our own news network, and we're going to be able to cover not only negative things, but we want to give the negative things solutions. So give you an opportunity to see the solutions to the problems that are being, yeah, so give you solutions to the problems that are being acted out in our society. And so we're going to say, hey, these are some ways that you can prevent this. These are some signs that show you that this thing may be happening. Okay. And so we're going to take that preventive approach, and also publish a lot of positive things that are not talked about in our main media. Radio, we're going to control our radio. We're going to control our podcasts. We're going to invite podcasts on to our platform that really help the people and inspire the people and give us something to continue to strive for, right? Give us great information. So we're excited about that. We're going to continue to be in social networks and make our presence known. And we're going to also have our own social network that people can join on and get valuable information from. So we're excited about that. Then with our government, we really are going to be a government that cares in our ecosystems. We have an opportunity to create our own government and have our own standards of living and our own checks and balances system, so that we can make sure that the citizens of our ecosystems are cared for and are loved. And so, like I said, we can create our own governing body. Pardon me. And we're going to educate about the governing officials that's in our communities, right? Starting at the community level, going to the city level, going to the state level, going all the way to not only just the state level, but going to the country level. We're going to be looking out for other countries as well and partnering with their ecosystem and having them join into our ecosystem and vice versa, so that we can help them go to another level as well. And so we are really excited about that, because there's a lot of impoverished countries out in our world, and we need to assist them to have a better quality of life. So we're not just focusing here in America, but we're going globally. And our goal with our government is to convict or convince people of a better way of life and not condemn them for where they are, right? We're not going to condemn them. We're just going to say, hey, this is a better way. I've been clean and sober for almost 30 years, 29 years and some months. And I don't need it. I thought I needed it. Many years in my life, I thought I needed to be have fun and to fit in and things of that nature, but I realize I don't need it. And I don't condemn people that do indulge, but if I can show you, hey, you don't have to have it, and you start choosing not to have it because of the things that you're applying to your life and the way that you're seeing life, because you're seeing it different, you're experiencing it different, then if you want to change, then there it is. It is what it is, right? And so that's what we want to do. That's the spirit that we want this ecosystem to have. And so our government will also cast a vision and continue to make sure that our ecosystem is the best ecosystem that's out there, and continue to join forces with other ecosystems, as I was saying a little bit earlier, and just making things happen. Our healthcare and welfare system will definitely take care of our people. We'll take a holistic approach and help people with preventive care and things that they can do to just better their life. For example, we normally breathe, we're chest breathers, right? We haven't really been properly taught how to breathe. But if you take a deep inhale, you fill up your belly with your air, and your diaphragm is raised, and you fill up your lungs and up to your throat, and then you exhale through your mouth or even your nose. That's a complete breath, and with the complete breath, it helps you get more oxygen into your body. And the oxygen, we know we need the oxygen in our blood to go through the various cells, and it just makes us healthier people. Okay, with just a proper breathing technique. So those type of things we're going to be teaching in our ecosystem, and just giving you life hacks, right, to make your quality of life better. Education. We say that children are our future, but we put more money into prisons than we do into schools, right? And so we want to not only say that our children are our future. We want to put our money where our mouth is, right? We want to put our efforts and our talents where our mouth is, and really invest in children. And a couple of days ago, I gave the analogy of Venus and Serena Williams, and how their father wanted them to be the greatest tennis players that ever lived. And he started at a young age, and he trained them to be that. And guess what? They arrived. And so that's what I'm talking about doing in every area of our ecosystem, and teaching them how to be the best that they can be the world leaders, and be the dominating force uh, in whatever area that they're interested in. And so that's what we want to do, definitely. So we want to help them create and adopt a systemic approach, or systematic approach to education. Okay. So if we find a program, or if someone knows a program that's going to work, that will help us accomplish our goal, then we want to use that, and we want our program to be fluid. So as more information comes out and we get exposed to more things, we can actually implement those things, and make our ecosystem that much better. So it's going. We're looking for it to constantly improve. The more people that get on board and bring their businesses and bring their expertise, and our children, as they rise up and they learn stuff and they want to implement stuff on our ecosystem and to help our people, then that's what we want, right? And we're going to put it in our education system. And those that want to keep their kids in the public system, they can definitely do that. And we'll host like Saturday schools and stuff like that, so they can still come and get the information. We'll make our information available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We want to use the metaverse to do a lot of our education system, so they can log on from their phones and engage with teachers and curriculum that we have prepared for them. Or they can put on their 3D goggles and go to their virtual reality in the metaverse and have classes as well. And so we're going to also teach the adults how to properly do business, and the best practices that they can to meet the needs of the people within our ecosystem, and even on the outside of our ecosystem, and so that we can bring more in, right? So we're going to educate entrepreneurs and business owners and how to further their business. And technology, right? Technology, you buy a phone today, is outdated today, right? It's because the next technology is already here. And so we know that technology is advancing very fast, especially with artificial intelligence. And we want to use artificial intelligence to help us get the best and make our ecosystem as efficient as possible, and to be able to meet the needs of the citizens, right? And always leadership development. You know, I'm going to continue to develop as a leader, and I want the spirit of our ecosystem to have that, you know, ever learning, lifelong learners, so that we will continue to advance as an economy and an ecosystem. All right. And so our economy, we talked about on yesterday, and we can have our own currency, our own cryptocurrency, and we can make it a stable coin, or be able to trade with stable coins like the dollar. The dollar is a stable coin. And so we can make it interchangeable. So if you want to go somewhere outside of our ecosystem, you can use the money that we have created, the cryptocurrency that we have created, to buy your personal things that's outside of our ecosystem. Of course, the more money you spend in our ecosystem, the greater the value of our ecosystem becomes. Just think, and I've been telling this story, that when Bitcoin first came out, it was a guy had 2 Bitcoins, and he purchased a pizza. And if he had held on to that pizza, those 2 Bitcoins, it would be over $120,000 today. And so that's the thing that we can do. We can create something that will increase in value. And so if you start working with us and helping us out and become a part of our team, we're going to start paying you with our currency that we're creating. And then as once we go public with it and everything like that, that value is going to shoot up. And as we continue to add to our ecosystem and build it with the right spirit, the spirit of love on it, then it's gonna skyrocket, and it's gonna be sustainable. And so we don't want it to be a fly by night. It's going to be something sustainable, like I said, that our children's children can build on. And so we're super excited about that. So we're going to help the businesses that get in our ecosystem to develop, right? We said that in our educational pitch. So a lot of this is kind of intertwines the different sectors. They intertwine with each other and to make our ecosystem work well, right? And so we're going to continue to do that. I went to a conference. It was a cloud conference talking about AI on yesterday and how it's making business sense. It's just making business easier. It's being able to help business owners and better advertise, better market, better customer satisfaction is increasing, and so the bottom line is increasing, right? And so we're putting something together real soon that will help businesses who on board with our Adruilux ecosystem, that they will start getting some valuable benefits just being a part, right? And as other businesses come on, they'll get benefits for all other businesses coming on as well. And all the people that's in our ecosystem will benefit from this. So the more people are involved and engaged in our ecosystem, the stronger it is, the more valuable it is, the more valuable our currency becomes, and everybody grows. Right? We're going to have our own food distribution. You know what you're eating. You know that the food hasn't been pumped with steroids. You know that the pesticides have been kept to a very minimum because of some other things that we can do and things that we can grow to discourage pests from eating or messing up our food. Our fruits and vegetables and things of that nature. And so, and making sure that our cattle are being fed properly and things of that nature, right? And so for our vegan community, we'll make sure that we have those options available. And so we want to meet everybody's need in our ecosystem and really truly care for them. And so I talked about the cloud storage a little bit already, just bringing everybody in and the information in and allowing AI to assist us in meeting everybody's need and better serving our ecosystem. And so we talked about family on yesterday, and today we're talking about family. We want to teach our families how to love, right? We want to set some values out and how to increase your values, right? And some standards. And so we want to, I've heard down through the years that there's no information giving how to parent, right? But there is a lot of information out there on how to parent. And even in the Bible, God gives us some inclinations on how to parent. But we're not, and we want to use that information, and we want to make that information readily available. And we want to get some mentoring going on for parents and helping them deal with their issues growing up and things of that nature. We really don't want to dwell too much in the past, but we want to teach people how to handle the future, right? And be able to let go of the things in the past and be able to have a better quality of life. And just it's some minor tweaks to our living that can make some major differences. I read a book called Atomic Habits by uh, James Clear, and it's a great book. And it was talking about habit stacking, and if there are some things that you're doing that you have a habit doing, you can add some other habits on top of those habits that you're already doing and get it involved in, and stack it. So for example, if I drink coffee every day, before I drink coffee, I'm going to stack a couple of habits that I want to form before that. So drinking water for once, maybe meditating or reading scripture, or reading another book, and then have my coffee. And then after my coffee, I can do a few other things that I want to stack on top of that. So habit stacking, it was really good. So we're going to be teaching that kind of stuff to the constituents and the shareholders of our ecosystem, and making information readily available for them to increase their quality of life. So we're going to have issue dialogues and teach people how, a lot of things is about our perspective, right? And a lot of our perspective is based on what our past experiences. And so if we can let go of our past experience, not saying that you can't remember it, but you're not allowing it to influence your current and circumstance in a negative way, then that's what we want you to be able to do. Okay. So one of the things I'm practicing is when I feel some type of way about something, I'm letting stuff go. Okay. Whether it was a compliment and it made me feel good, after a while, I got to let that go. Just let it go, because I don't want that compliment to affect how I'm viewing the rest of my day. Right. I want to constantly live in the now. I don't want, I want to give everybody my full attention as they're in front of me and what I'm doing. And so it's just a great thing. It's just another way of living, in a very freeing way of living. And that's why we calling, our motto is the freedom to love. So when you are free, then you're free to love, right? And you can love without judgment and without um, other things from the past affecting how you embrace the now. And so we're going to be very solution oriented and teach families how to be solution oriented. We're going to be very inclusive and not put people out, but just show them a better quality of life. And people want to change. They want to be the best that they can be deep down on the inside. And it's just giving them room and space for to do that, and encouragement to do that. And so, yeah, so we can put the drug dealers out of business, right? Because we're going to be doing business the right way in our ecosystem. And so teaching about self-awareness, having rehabilitation going on, having restoration going on. And so just really showing the family how to love and how to embrace people, whether they're different or if they're making different choices that we don't understand and don't particularly care for. There's ways to handle that, right? And still love them and care for them, and still have some boundaries set, right? So that means that you don't give them a license to do whatever they want to do in your home, but you can still invite them into your home, right? And just have some standards. So like, hey, this is what we will tolerate, and this is what we won't tolerate. And if you don't want that, that's understandable. But you got to look at both sides of the story. Everybody has a choice. And because based on your choice, then you have to make a decision, or and then everybody has an opportunity to make their own decisions. And so we just want to influence those decisions in a positive way and give people a alternative and teach people how to make good decisions, how to make be self-aware, how to live in the present, live in the now, and how to appreciate where they are, okay, and how to advance. And so this is what it's all about. And so I'm going to leave it there. In closing, we want to have everybody coming into our ecosystem. And right now it's free, and we want to keep it free. But there's going to be things that you can pay for. There's going to be things that you can buy and purchase in our ecosystem. We're going to have some good checks and balances. But we're very passionate to be change agents, right? To do things different, to create a better way of life and living for our people that's in our ecosystem. So yes, we are very excited about that. We're excited that we can influence people and bring them up to a higher level of living. And so if you could go to adruilux.com and see that, it seems like I was missing some slides, and I don't know how I skipped those slides on religion and stuff like that, because we got to talk about religion. And tomorrow we're talking about celebration, which is arts and entertainment. But so join me tomorrow. Also help others come on board. If you miss the other broadcast, I have them on our website. Just go to the events tab. You can scroll down and press on the buttons to listen to the recording, or you can see me on I have a station, Just Antoine 1, on YouTube. You can definitely check out the videos there as well. Some of them I've been doing on Facebook, some on Instagram, and I'm going to get it all together. And I need your help. I need your assistance. So one way you can help is by sharing these videos, sharing the website, sharing the flyers. If you've seen my flyers, sharing those flyers. Reach out to me if you have any ideas that you want to share with me. If you want to join the team, definitely reach out. I'm open. If you have a podcast and you would like to invite me onto your podcast, or just go live on any social media network, I'm all open for that, because I'm ready to get this information out, and I'm excited about it, and I'm very passionate about it, and I know it will work. And so you're going to be hearing a lot from me, and hopefully as others join on, you're going to hear from them as well, and you're going to see Adruilux start to flood this space, right? Flood America, flood the world, and make an impact on the world. And so I'm excited about it. I hope you are excited about it as well. Let's connect. We love you, and we'll see you at the top. Bye for now.